I don't know why, but I always feel like I need a cup of coffee when I do these voiceovers. Hang on one second. Oh my god, did I chip this cup? So it seems like either my external fan runs or the heat kicks on and I can't have any moments of silence, I guess. So if there's background noise, that's the reason. Luna's also stomping around with her little claws. Come here. Hi. Hello everybody and welcome to Pignet. If you're not familiar with my channel, nice to meet you. My name is Jessie. I feel like I need to put in a disclaimer. So these are Pokemon drawn with limited marker options in a simplified drawing style. There will be mistakes. They won't look exactly like the Pokemon you're used to. Colors will be off. And just wait till you see what I do to Pichu's eyes because it's not good. But this is what Photoshop is for. I promise I'll fix any errors later. Over the summer, I made a video of me drawing quick simplified versions of 20 Pokemon with Copic markers. And if you haven't seen that video yet, I'm going to have a link pop up right about now. At the top of your screen you might see a little thingy. I'm also going to link it at the end of this video, so if you're interested in watching it, you can watch it there. So I decided to draw the original generation of Pokemon, the first generation, because when I did the video, it was like early July. So it was right about when Pokemon Go came out. I think it was like maybe a week after. So I was really excited about the app because the 90s kid inside of me was like, so I decided to draw the first generation of Pokemon because that is who is in the app. And I actually heard, correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard they're introducing the second generation now, so I'm not sure though. I decided to make this random spur of the moment video because I was excited about the app. And then something strange happened. That video started to take off. And I started getting several comments with people asking for more Pokemon drawings. And at first I was like, no, this was just a one-time thing. I'm not really interested in drawing more. So after receiving more and more comments for more Pokemon drawings, I decided to shoot another, and maybe some of you have seen how that went. It didn't go very well. I just decided to drop the idea altogether, and that Pokemon video, the original Pokemon video, became this thing that was like in the background of my channel that would bring in comments every once in a while, and perhaps a few new subscribers. Then this past week, another strange thing happened. That Pokemon video hit 1 million views, and I'm like, what? I have no idea why that video did so well. You know, I think it was just the stars aligning and I just happened to hit it when the app went live, maybe? I don't know. Because that's just how it happens though, isn't it? You decide to do this video, and you're like, yeah, let's see how this goes. And I just uploaded it. At the time, I only had 100 subscribers, so it was this really safe little subscriber base. I feel like I knew every single one of them individually. And I was like, hey guys, look, I drew some Pokemon. And now it's been viewed by 1 million people. And I'm like, suddenly feeling very self-conscious about it. Because if you know my channel, which all of my subbies do, hey guys, you know that it usually involves a speed drawing with rambly chatter about nothingness and maybe some snippets of my dog and cat. So now I'm like, I hope that they liked what they saw. Regarding Pokemon Go though, are any of you guys still playing it? Because I will say I am not. I dropped off about a month after it launched, and I think it launched a little too soon because I feel like we all had this idea of what it was going to be like, and I know at least for me, it fell short. I thought it was going to be like, there's a Jigglypuff in the park, and if you're not the first one to get it, you don't get that Jigglypuff, you know? I didn't know it was like this buffet of Jigglypuffs out there. So that was one thing I didn't like about it. I also thought that I'd be able to have a friends list through the app where I could like compare and contrast my collection with other people, like my friends. I thought it was supposed to be more of a social thing, but it kind of wasn't because, I mean, I know you could be on the same team, but you still, I don't know. I wanted more, guys. I wanted more. Also, I'm not sure if that's a feature now. Let me know if it is. I deleted the app in like September, I think. I also started to realize I wasn't liking the decisions I was making when I played the game. I had my phone out like 5 times more than I normally would. I felt like I always needed to check it for some reason because it was like there might be something exciting happening in the app. And I also would find myself like picking up things at Pokestops while I was at a stoplight, but I'd be in my car like driving and I'd be using the app like you're not supposed to do that. So I was like, I don't like this. I don't like what this is turning me into. I just felt like it was lacking, and it kind of just made me want to play the DS games, so I just kind of stopped and I switched to Pokemon X. So I decided after getting a few requests to draw Generation 2 Pokemon, I was like, that seems like a natural thing to do if I were to draw more. I decided, sort of as a way to celebrate hitting 1 million views on that video, would be to do another one. So here I am, drawing another one. But I'll be honest, there are a lot of reasons why I didn't want to make another video, and I'll kind of try to touch on that. Overall, I just didn't like the mean comments that I was seeing. It wasn't even comments about my drawings. Like, I really couldn't care less if a 10-year-old doesn't like my drawings. It's like, I was seeing people who I'd get a comment, someone would be like, my favorite Pokemon is Charizard, and I don't think I spelled it right because I'm not a very good speller. And like, this is like a little girl. Some troll would come on and be like, you idiot, that's not how you spell that. And she'd be like, I told you I didn't know how to spell. So I was seeing a lot of people that were like calling each other noobs, pointing out spelling errors, ranting about Pokemon Go, accusing each other of not being real Pokemon fans. And like, no, don't do that, guys. Don't. Because even though I stopped playing the app, there's something that I really liked about Pokemon Go, and that is that it sort of sparked a curiosity about the franchise from people that would probably otherwise completely ignore the game altogether. I bet you it brought on a lot of new fans that maybe weren't there before or would ever give it a try. It became this thing that like anybody could play. I mean, what if someone had never given Pokemon a chance before, and now that they've played the app, they bought one of the games, and then they started collecting the cards? Like, why isn't that person allowed to be considered a fan, you know? It's just for fun, and I feel like people turn it into this thing that's like a exclusive VIP club type of deal, where it's like, you can't be part of this unless you check off all these boxes on my list. In my opinion, when you say things like that, it kind of reminds me of if you've ever watched a TV series, say, and you didn't catch it until season 4, but you really like it. So you tell your one friend, you're like, hey, I started watching so-and-so. Oh man, I really like it. And they're like, oh, you just started it? I've been watching that since episode 1, like since it aired. And you're like, yeah, but I really like it. And they're like, yeah, but I've been watching it from the beginning. And it's like, why does that person win? You didn't know the show existed, you know what I mean? It's kind of like that. And if that's the case, that's like saying you're not a real Pokemon fan unless you joined the franchise when it started back in the late 90s, which would pretty much disclude anybody that's like below the age of what, like 18 or something? That's not fair. So I'm requesting that you guys be a little kinder to each other in this video, because like this is just supposed to be something fun. So just be gentle on each other, okay? That's all I ask. Honestly, you should just be excited that more people are sharing your interests. Like, that was my thinking, is like, look how many more people are interested in it now that may not have been before. Like, I think that's really cool. I'm actually curious. Let me know in the comment section below if you can remember, how did you first get introduced to Pokemon originally? Like, what's your Pokemon story? For me, I was first introduced, I think it was before 5th grade during the summer. I was going to the drive-in with my brother and my cousin, and it started to rain, so we had to cancel that plan. So we decided to rent a movie instead, and this was back in the late 90s when you had to go to a store to rent your movies. So we went to Movie World and decided on a whim to rent Pokemon the movie, even though none of us were really interested in it. It was just like on the new releases shelf or something. We were like, well, let's try this out. After watching the movie, we started collecting the cards and watching the TV show regularly, and this was also during that time. Do you guys remember when Burger King had those Happy Meal toys where you'd get like a Pokemon plushie and it would be inside a little plastic Pokeball? If there's any 90s kids out there, do you remember that? I freaking love those. We bought Pokemon Stadium when it came out, I believe for N64. Is that might have been the system it was out for? I actually didn't play any of the Game Boy games until I was in college because I never owned a handheld system until then. So, do I still watch the show? No. Do I still play the games? From time to time. Those of you who are my subscribers know that I have this like never-ending struggle with adulthood and trying to allow myself to play video games, and it's like this hard thing of like, I feel guilty if I play games because I could be doing other things that are more productive, you know? So what's your Pokemon story? Let me know in the comment section below, or if you don't want to do that, or if you don't have a story, tell me which of these drawings was your favorite. Or if you don't want to do that, just say hi, because you guys know how much I like that. So I plan to scan this drawing, fix the errors in Photoshop, because there are errors. I don't need you to point them out, because I know they're there. I'm going to list it as an 8x10 print on my Etsy shop. For anyone who's interested, it'll be linked in the description box as soon as it's available. I'll also link any of the art supplies I used to make this drawing in the description box. If you guys like this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, or Facebook if you search Pignet. If you make a drawing and you want to share it with me, use the hashtag Pignet. That's how you share all of your drawings with me. I hope that you guys like this. I hope that you're happy that I made a second one. I feel like it's been a long time coming. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.